Gentlemen, let me ask you something. What if the secret to stronger morning energy, sharper focus, and better performance after 50 wasn't hidden in an expensive supplement or buried in complicated medical advice, but sitting right there in your kitchen? What if I told you that most men over 50 are drinking water every single day, but they're doing it completely wrong? Wrong timing, wrong amounts. And because of these mistakes, they're quietly draining their circulation, weakening their stamina, and sabotaging their confidence without even knowing it. I'm Dr. Sophia Laurent, a urologist with over 2 decades helping men reclaim their vitality naturally. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to drink water the right way to reignite your energy, restore your circulation, and bring back the performance you thought was gone forever. Stay with me until the end, because I'll also reveal the one tiny mistake that kills your energy before breakfast and the simple evening adjustment that protects your sleep and your hormones at the same time. Let me start by saying this. Most men think hydration is simple. Drink when you're thirsty, maybe 8 glasses a day. Maybe more if you exercise, but here's what no one told you. After 50, your body changes in ways that make hydration more important and more complicated than it ever was before. Your kidneys don't conserve water as efficiently. Your blood vessels lose some of their flexibility. And your thirst signal, the one you've relied on your entire life, starts arriving late. By the time you feel thirsty, your body is already running low, your blood volume has dropped, your circulation has slowed, and your body has shifted into a kind of survival mode where your brain and heart get priority, and everything else, including your sexual performance, comes last. Think about it this way. An erection is essentially a hydraulic event. Just like a garden hose needs steady water pressure to expand and stay firm, your body needs steady blood volume to push into the erectile tissue and hold it there with strength. And because blood is made up of about 55% water, even mild dehydration reduces that volume, lowers the pressure, and weakens the result. I've seen it time and time again in my practice. Men in their 50s, 60s, even 70s, who thought their fading energy and weaker erections were just part of getting older, but when we dug deeper, it wasn't age at all. It was dehydration working silently against them. The encouraging part is this: hydration is one of the easiest problems to fix. It costs nothing, it has no side effects. And when you do it right, the improvements come fast. I've had patients report stronger morning erections, clearer thinking, and steadier energy within just 1 week of changing how and when they drink water. So if you've been struggling with low energy, slower recovery, or performance that just isn't what it used to be, don't assume it's permanent. It might just be your hydration strategy. And that's something you can change starting tomorrow. Now let's talk about the mistakes. Because understanding what's been working against you is the first step to turning things around. The first big mistake happens before breakfast. Most men wake up and immediately reach for coffee or tea. Maybe they skip fluids altogether and head straight into their morning routine. But here's the problem. You've just gone 7 or 8 hours without any water at all. While you were sleeping, your body was breathing, sweating lightly, and filtering waste through your kidneys. By the time you wake up, you're already mildly dehydrated. And then you drink coffee. Now, I'm not saying coffee is bad, but it is a mild diuretic, which means it pushes more fluid out of your system instead of restoring what you lost overnight. So instead of waking up your circulation, you're actually starting the day at a disadvantage. Your blood is slightly thicker. Your energy is slower to build. And your body has to work harder just to catch up. Another common mistake is the desert and flood cycle. You go all morning and most of the afternoon drinking very little, maybe a sip here and there. And then around evening you suddenly realize you haven't had any water all day. So you try to catch up, you drink 2 or 3 big glasses in a row. But here's what happens. Your body doesn't respond well to that kind of inconsistency. During the day, your blood stays thicker than it should. Your energy dips in the afternoon. And then, when you finally flood your system at night, your bladder fills up and your sleep gets interrupted with multiple bathroom trips. You wake up tired. Your testosterone production, which happens mostly during deep sleep, gets disrupted, and the cycle starts all over again. I also see men who drink large amounts of water right before intimacy or exercise, thinking it will help their circulation in the moment. In reality, drinking too much too fast can dilute your electrolytes, leave you feeling bloated, and distract you with a full bladder right when you need focus and confidence. I had a patient named Robert who used to drink 2 full glasses right before being intimate with his wife. He thought it would give him better blood flow. What it really gave him was more interruptions than connection. Once he shifted to drinking steadily earlier in the day, his focus returned. His confidence returned, and so did his performance. And then there's the mistake of waiting for thirst. Many men believe that if they're not thirsty, they must be fine. But thirst is a late signal. It's your body's way of saying, we're already behind. By the time you feel it, your circulation has already slowed, your tissues are already less hydrated than they should be, and your energy has already started to fade. In a younger body, you might tolerate that. But after 50, when your blood vessels are less flexible and your kidneys are less efficient, dehydration shows up fast. It shows up as fatigue, as brain fog, as weaker erections, and as slower recovery after any kind of physical effort. If any of this sounds familiar, you're not alone. These are patterns I see every single week in my practice. But the good news is, they're easy to correct. And the benefits show up quickly. So let's talk about what to do instead. These are the short-term strategies that my patients use to feel better almost immediately. Some of them notice a difference within just a few days. The first and most important step is to start your morning with water. Within 20 minutes of waking up, drink a full glass, 300 to 400 milliliters. That's about 1.5 cups. This isn't just a nice habit. It's a reset button for your entire system. After hours without fluids, that morning glass restores your blood volume, wakes up your circulation, and primes your body for energy. Some of my patients like to add a small pinch of mineral-rich sea salt and a squeeze of fresh lemon. The minerals support muscle and nerve function, which is important for stamina and strength. And the vitamin C in the lemon helps protect nitric oxide, the molecule your body uses to relax blood vessels and improve blood flow. It's a simple way to give your circulation an extra boost right from the start. The next step is what I call steady sipping. Instead of waiting until you're thirsty or chugging water all at once in the evening, aim to drink small amounts regularly throughout the day. A half glass every 45 to 60 minutes is plenty for most men. Think of it like keeping steady pressure in a hose instead of turning it off for hours and then blasting it all at once. This habit keeps your blood volume stable. Your energy stays even. And your circulation is ready when you need it, whether that's for exercise, intimacy, or just getting through your day with focus and strength. If you're planning to be active in the evening, whether that's physical exercise or being intimate with your partner, steady sipping during the day is key. Avoid drinking large amounts right before. Give your body at least 45 minutes to process that last glass. That way, your circulation is fully supported without leaving you distracted by a full bladder. Here's another quick tip. If you feel that mid-afternoon slump, that wave of fatigue that makes you want to reach for coffee or something sweet, try drinking a glass of water first. Many times, what feels like low energy is actually a sign that your blood volume has dipped. Rehydrating naturally lifts your alertness and helps you power through the rest of the day without the crash that comes from caffeine or sugar. These are small actions, but they build powerful momentum. I had a patient named David, 58 years old, who was struggling with afternoon fatigue and weaker evening performance. He felt like he was losing his edge. But when he started drinking water first thing in the morning and sipping steadily through the day, he reported stable energy, better focus, and stronger morning erections within just 2 weeks. He didn't change his diet. He didn't start a new supplement. He just fixed his hydration. And his body responded. Now, short-term strategies make a real difference quickly. But to build lasting vitality, you need to combine proper hydration with other habits that work together. When hydration becomes part of a larger system, the benefits multiply. And this is where men see not just quick improvements, but long-term transformation. Let's start with nutrition. Certain foods support circulation by helping your arteries stay flexible and by boosting nitric oxide levels. Beets, spinach, berries, wild-caught salmon. These are all excellent choices. They deliver nutrients that improve blood flow and reduce inflammation throughout your body. But here's the key. When your body is well hydrated, those nutrients move more efficiently through your bloodstream. They reach the tissues that need them most, including the erectile tissue, the blood vessels, and the heart. Hydration doesn't just help on its own. It makes everything else you do work better. Exercise is the second partner. Even a brisk 20-minute walk increases blood flow to your lower body, strengthens your cardiovascular system, and supports healthy erectile tissue. Regular movement also helps your pelvic floor muscles, which play a critical role in stamina and firmness. But if you're dehydrated, exercise becomes harder, your blood thickens. Your heart has to work harder, your muscles fatigue faster, and your recovery takes longer. Staying hydrated ensures you get the full benefit of physical activity and that your body can repair and rebuild effectively afterward. Sleep is the third pillar. Your body produces most of its testosterone during the deepest stages of rest. Poor hydration can interrupt this process in two ways. First, dehydration can cause you to wake up from thirst or discomfort. Second, drinking too much too late in the evening fills your bladder and forces you to get up multiple times during the night. Either way, your deep sleep gets disrupted. Your testosterone production drops, and you wake up feeling tired instead of restored. Consistent hydration during the day, balanced with a cutoff point in the evening, supports deeper rest, steadier hormone production, and more reliable morning energy. There's also the role of stress. When your body is dehydrated, it produces more cortisol, your main stress hormone. High cortisol works directly against testosterone. It lowers your drive. It drains your energy. And it makes everything feel harder than it should. Staying hydrated helps regulate that balance, protecting both your hormones and your circulation. I often tell my patients to think of hydration as the foundation. On its own, it's powerful. But when you combine it with the right foods, steady movement, quality sleep, and stress management, you create an environment where your body can thrive at any age. I've seen men in their 60s and 70s regain confidence, energy, and performance by making these small but steady changes. Not because they did something extreme, but because they gave their body what it needed consistently. Let me also address something important. Timing. There's a rhythm to hydration that works with your body, instead of against it. In the morning, as we've talked about, you want to rehydrate immediately. This kickstarts your metabolism, your circulation, and your mental clarity. Throughout the day, steady sipping keeps everything running smoothly. But in the evening, you want to taper off. I usually tell my patients to stop drinking large amounts of water about 2 to 3 hours before bed. You can still have small sips if you're thirsty, but you're not trying to catch up at night. This protects your sleep and keeps your testosterone production on track. And here's something most men don't know. The quality of your water matters too. Tap water is fine for most people, but if your tap water is heavily chlorinated or full of contaminants, it can actually work against you. Chlorine can damage the lining of your blood vessels over time. Heavy metals and other pollutants can increase inflammation. If you're serious about optimizing your health, consider using a simple filter. It doesn't have to be expensive. Just something that removes chlorine and heavy metals. Your body will thank you. Another thing to consider is electrolytes. Water alone is important, but your body also needs minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium to use that water effectively. If you're sweating a lot, exercising regularly, or eating a very clean diet with little salt. You might need to add a pinch of sea salt to your water or use a natural electrolyte powder. This helps your cells actually absorb the water instead of just passing it through. I'm not talking about sugary sports drinks. I'm talking about clean, mineral-rich hydration that supports your nerves, your muscles, and your circulation. Now let's bring this all together. Hydration is one of the most powerful tools for men over 50 who want to protect their energy, their circulation, and their performance. When you skip water in the morning, rely on thirst alone, or flood your system at the wrong times, you're quietly working against your own body. But when you start your day with a tall glass, sip steadily through the hours, and combine that hydration with good food, regular movement, and quality sleep, you give yourself the best chance to feel strong and confident again. I want you to remember this. An erection is, at its core, a hydraulic event. Your blood is mostly water. Without enough of it, circulation slows, performance suffers, and energy fades. But with consistent hydration, you support not just your intimate health, but your heart, your brain, your muscles, and your entire body. I've seen men of every age take this simple step and notice real change within weeks. Stronger mornings, steadier energy, better focus, more reliable performance, and a new sense of confidence they thought they had lost forever, and you can too. So here's my challenge to you. Tomorrow morning, start your day with a tall glass of water. Keep a bottle nearby and sip steadily throughout the day. Taper off a few hours before bed. Then, after 1 week, come back to this video and tell me in the comments what difference you noticed. Did your energy feel more stable? Did your recovery feel faster? Did your performance feel stronger? I want to hear from you. Before we close, let me remind you that this video is for educational purposes only. It doesn't replace medical advice. Every man's body is unique. If you're experiencing pain, significant changes, or have personal concerns, please consult with your healthcare provider. Your well-being deserves personalized care. Gentlemen, remember this. Your best years don't have to be behind you. With small, consistent choices, you can protect your vitality and enjoy life with more strength, clarity, and confidence. And it can start with something as simple as a glass of water. If you found this helpful, please subscribe for more real, science-backed guidance on men's health after 50. Take care, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.